After 2 weeks of substandard Scottish football on an international level that could have seen Steve Clarke be fired, after 2 weeks of atrocious women's football that's seen an error so bad in the cup final that the goalkeeper could have got relegated from the nets to the kitchen, and after 2 weeks of Joey Barton, well, just proving that Joey Barton is a dick, we are finally back with the SPFL preview show and the return of the good stuff, aka club football in Scotland. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. We've missed it. We've finally got it back over the past 2 weeks. I've had to pluck news out of nowhere. I've had to talk about Steve Clarke and his negative ways. I've had to talk about women's football that I had the displeasure of watching for like 13 seconds. And I've had to scroll through Joey Barton's Twitter, which was pretty difficult to do. But finally, we're back. We can talk about the big teams in Scotland. But before we do that, we have to talk about the weird teams like Stenhousemuir.
It was an absolute shit international break, but we're here. We survived it. And it was bad. I think it's the longest ever. I'm going to go as far as saying that. I mean, when you have to scrape the barrel with Joey Barton and the worst goalkeeper you'll ever see in your life, and then factor in Scotland were fucking shite.
I heard it was so bad, one of us almost threw ourselves off of Fort William.
Aye, almost. Almost did that, but yeah, Steve Clarke got to go. There you go. That's my opinion on him. Fuck him.
And if you want to see an in-depth opinion, you can check out the video coming out later with Steve Clarke. Should he go or should I stay or should I go now?
Butler Bucky for Stevie Clarke.
Look, I don't think Steve Clarke, quick, before we go into the club stuff, because we waited so long, I'm not going to sit here and talk about Steve Clarke. I don't think he should go, but we need to see massive improvements because the way we're playing right now, we're going to get scalped in Euros.
Yes, but could you argue, right, that Steve Clarke is a good manager, but he could have just took this crop of players to a point where someone else needs to come in?
I'm going to say no, because I think up until the last real competitive game, the last game that we played that really mattered was that Spain game. And we were good up till then. It just seems to be since we qualified, we went to shit a little bit. But you know what? See, I'd happily take losing all the friendlies if it means we win games at the Euros. So
I get that logic, I do, but I think...
Hurry up, Stenhousemuir's waiting.
I think friendlies and Nation League games matter more for country than friendlies for clubs. Alright? That's all I'm going to say.
Well, no shit, no one's denying that anyway. Sure, Joe Biden's sitting there waiting for us to talk about League Two, so let's get into it.
Yeah, my fellow Americans.
Let's get into it. So, yeah, here's the league table. We're going to show the league tables because you probably haven't seen them in a while. So, Stenhousemuir this week, I believe, can win the... Yeah, they can, yeah. So, they're 15 points in front. If they win, they'd be guaranteed to stay at least 15 points in front. And Peterhead would need to win to deny them the title. So if Stenhousemuir win and Peterhead do not match that result, we have League 2 champions Stenhousemuir. Other than that, well, actually, you've got Dumbarton as well. Didn't actually factor them in. So, yeah, Stenhousemuir need to win, and they need both Peterhead and Dumbarton not to win. Unlikely, I think, to happen.
Yeah, I mean, unlikely to happen, but, I mean, Stenhousemuir are going to win the league. There's no point this week, next week. It's done.
If you want to factor in something else, Peterhead and Dumbarton could both lose. Stenhousemuir could draw, but the Spartans could win, and that would still deny Stenhousemuir the title this weekend. So there's lots of different variables, but you know what? I think it's time we just actually get into the fixtures.
You know what? I don't want Dumbarton to do whatever, because some guy got on the train earlier at Dumbarton and he stunk of fucking weed. And I hate weed. I hate the smell of weed.
I want to pluck them at the ground like a weed. Anyway, can Clyde pluck themselves from the bottom of the table? They're only 2 points behind Bonnyrigg and Stranraer. I'm not saying it would be the great escape, but they did look for a period of time like they were down. So if Clyde can pull it off, it would be a good achievement. And I think they've got the form to do it.
I think they'll do it. So let's go into the fixtures.
Let's go into the fixtures. Let's do this. Boom, here we go.
Oh, Dumbarton against Stenhousemuir. I battered Dumbarton earlier, about 5 seconds ago, so I'm going to go Stenhousemuir, who don't seem to win recently, but I think they'll win 1-0. There you go.
I'm going to go with Dumbarton to get a draw here. I'm going to go Dumbarton 2, Stenhousemuir 2.
Rocky on the rock.
Rocky on the rock. East Fife versus Elgin City. Both teams are giving me an E. Sounds like a simple 1-1 draw to me.
EE Broadband, 1-1.
Piss Broadband, don't get it, by the way. Peterhead versus Clyde. Peterhead second, Clyde bottom. Peterhead probably should win. Clyde will want to keep their momentum going.
I'll go 1-1.
Clyde have got the best form in the league, to be honest. I'm also going to go... No, you know what? It's funny. Both of these teams went down last year. Peterhead have been looking good, looking like they're going to go potentially back up for the playoffs. Clyde are looking like they could be exiting the pyramid. I'm actually going to go with Clyde to win this one by 2-1.
Fair enough.
Move off the bottom
I
of
went
the table.
1-1.
But I think it's weird how last season Peterhead were the shiter team at the 2. Yeah, this season Clyde have been the shite one.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pretend I paid close attention to who they brought in.
Oh, I did.
Who then?
Stranraer, Bonnyrigg Rose, let's go. Stair Park.
Aye, well.
There's the stairs.
Aye, you should go down them, right? So.
Well, I'm looking up them, huh? Fuck.
I'm going to go. Oh, no one knows where you're recording this, so I'm going to go 1-0 Stranraer. Spare rooms tend to be on the upper floor, so I'm going to go 1-0 Stranraer.
Woo! What about the basement? That tends to be in the bottom floor. Spartans first. I'm going to go 2-1 Stranraer.
I'm going to go 1-0 Stranraer.
And the Spartans taking on Forfar Athletic. I'll go with the Spartans. 2-1.
I'll go 2-1 Spartans.
And that's it.
Spartan dream.
Spartan dream. Anyway, let's move on to League One. And yeah, let's look at this. So here we go.
Let's look at it.
Falkirk did not win the league last week, but they can win it this week. If they win the league, it doesn't matter what Hamilton do, they will be crowned champions. So yeah, there is a 17-point gap, 18... Wait, hold on. My maths. Hold on here. I've already won it. No, wait, 18... Many games they played? Right, 18 points available, 17... Right, alright. So Falkirk, if they win, they're guaranteed it. If they draw, then I believe it would go possibly down to goal difference if Hamilton win. But yeah, look, basically, Falkirk win this game and they've won the title. If they draw, then Hamilton can only level their points, and that is assuming Hamilton win. So, but the goal difference is pretty good for Falkirk, so.
It's over. Alright, let's not talk about the top 2.
Like, Falkirk haven't lost all season, and Hamilton need Falkirk to lose 5 out of their last 6 and a draw in there to give them a chance.
No chance.
I don't see that happening.
No, not going to happen. As for Edinburgh City, they're already down.
Ah, yeah, they were.
League One's a bit dead, isn't it?
I think Edinburgh City were one of the fastest teams to ever get relegated.
They were ever on the pyramid.
Is that like official?
Yes.
So not one of the fastest.
The fastest.
Would you really count that though because of the points deduction? I know it's still technically
the fastest, but you could argue the slowest.
There's like an asterisk or something beside it.
Aye, potentially. But let's move it to League One fixtures then for this round of them.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know. What are you waiting for? Double A. You like
Fucking you.
It was the E's. Now it's the A's. Yo, I'm not
John Cena, big match, John. Dun, 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 dun.
I think these two play each other every week. I always say, it's AA against AA. Double A battery, negative against positive.
There's no other A's in the league, is there?
I'm going to go for a positive result for both teams.
I know, but to be fair, you've also got Academical in there, and you've also got Albion, so maybe it's like a mixture of the A's that you see.
I think you're talking pish. I'm going to go 1-0.
4 A's, that's probably more than you got in school.
No, I actually
2-1 to Scotland, I think. I've done you in there.
I actually got more than that. Right.
What do you get? Fucking S+?
Wait, yeah.
Resident Evil here? Anyway.
Double S on mercenaries mode.
Alright, let's just move on. I'm going to go 1-1. Allo, Anna.
Right, I've already went with 1-0.
What would you rate Big Stevie Cool lately? Is that a A+ as well? Or?
No, that's a fucking... it's a go for Joe.
Cove Rangers, are they going? Where are they going?
1-1.
Going nowhere then.
Balmoral, 1-1.
Right, I'll go with a 1-1 draw as well. Hamilton, Queen of the South. I'm going to go with Hamilton to win. They need to win to keep this title fight alive. I'm going to go Hamilton 3, Queen of the South 1.
Marvin Bartley, you're shite. Hamilton 1-0.
I'll go with Kelty Hearts to defeat Edinburgh City 2-0.
I'll go 7-0.
And Montrose, can they do Hamilton a favour at Lynx Park? They're also trying to get into the... Well, they're already
See,
in
unless, right, a masked gunman runs onto the pitch in Montrose and starts dropping Falkirk players, that's the only favour the title fight's happening for Falkirk.
But you said Montrose are doing alright this season. Pushing for
no,
playoffs.
I'm talking about Falkirk.
No, what about them?
Losing the league. It would take their entire team to get shot up.
I'd still fancy them to pluck a trophy somewhere.
Probably.
Anyway, and that would take Hamilton to win all the last games. I don't see that happening either.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with... I've got a feeling Falkirk are going to win the league, but... No, actually I don't, because I picked Hamilton to win. I'm going to go with the league continue to next week. I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1, fair enough.
What are you going for?
3-0 Falkirk. Championship League table. Dundee United, Raith Rovers.
Not televised. Let's talk about that. Absolute shite show.
So is it not when? Is it 4?
I don't know, but the Montrose Falkirk game's on telly, and that's fair enough. Yeah, Falkirk could potentially win the league. But this fixture could actually decide who wins the league. This is first versus second here.
Oh wait, so this is 3 o'clock on Saturday?
It's on this week. I don't quite know the kickoff time. But
Fair.
it should be on telly. I don't give a fuck if they don't know. Right? They should be able to leave a certain amount of slots available throughout the year so that if a big game... Because, alright, see at the start of the season, nobody thought Dundee United versus Raith Rovers at this point. This game would have been that big.
Yeah.
Right? Let's keep it real. But do you think they should have like a certain amount of vacant slots so that if a certain fixture becomes a battle for the top position, or it becomes a battle for a playoff, or it becomes a relegation battle, do you not think that they should be reserving like 5 fixtures or whatever to slot those games into?
BBC Scotland, man. I don't see why there needs to be all these slotting manoeuvres and all. 4 games at home and all that shite. I don't get it.
There should be bonus games though, my point is. BBC Scotland or Alba or fucking stick it on something.
Yeah, I just...
YouTube or something, try something different.
Twitch.
Well, maybe not that different, but you get my point. Like, stream it at least.
Something, give you something.
It's a good game. I'd like to see it. I'd love to see Raith Rovers beat Dundee United and Pell the Misery and Jim
Last
Goodwin.
season we had a lot of good games on TV towards the end of the season.
Aye, well, remember they had that big title fight between
Queen's Park and Dundee.
Well, that was was that no the playoffs? No, you're right. That was the final game.
I know what I'm talking about.
I know you do. No, but the year before that, you had Kilmarnock and Arbroath as well. Remember?
Aye, no, I do.
So in previous seasons,
last season you had Partick Thistle and all.
Yeah, we've seen these big fixtures be put on telly, so I don't know why this one's not been put on telly.
Let's talk about this. So, Ayr United, Airdrie, this is the reason why this is coming a wee bit early.
A's?
What, single A's?
What are you on about?
It's just AA.
Aye, but if you put them together, it's a double A. Double A back.
Alright, I'll give you that.
Right, listen, enough of this A-pish. Like, what, A's and B's? Fuck off, Rick Grimes. Anyway, I'm going to go with...
S, shite.
I'm going to go with a draw.
I'm going to go 0-0.
2-2.
0-0. Right, Arbroath, Dunfermline. Arbroath need to win. They need to win. They must
will
win.
They win?
No, Dunfermline. Let's go 8-0. I'll go 2-0. I don't know why I was going to say 8.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be looking for a win in a Gayfield Park anyway, that's for sure. I'll go for 2-1 Dunfermline.
And the closet will remain closed. Dundee United taking on Raith Rovers.
Tiana Dice. Dundee United's home form has not been that good this season.
Tell you what, see if they get beat, man. It's Goodwin out of a job. Goodwin needs a win.
I think they would probably keep him to see what happens in the playoffs.
No, they need to get rid of him.
So you think if let's say Goodwin finished in the playoffs, I know it's unlikely, but say Aberdeen finished 11th and Dundee United beat Aberdeen in the playoffs to relegate Aberdeen, would that not win over the Dundee United fans? Would they not be like, oh, Jim Goodwin's just relegated Aberdeen in the new firm derby?
Who the fuck are Dundee United fans? The new firm derby. It's a myth. It's a gimmick. It doesn't exist, man.
Both those teams are still alive.
And who are you trying to say there?
I'm just pointing out. just saying.
I thought you were dead. No, well, who is dead then?
Well, your channel by looks at it.
No. Right. Dundee United's going to win 2-0.
Are they?
I just think Jim Goodwin's shite. I think this league should have been the easiest.
I think Raith have bottled it. They were 2-0 up against Arbroath and lost 3-2, for God's sake.
Yeah,
they don't want to win this league.
No.
We've seen it last year. I mean, at least, see the season Kilmarnock and Arbroath were going for it. Both teams were in good form. We're picking up wins every week. See the last 2 seasons, like, if you look at last year, Queen's Park and Dundee, none of them could fucking string a victory together.
No, it's a carbon copy. It's you draw, I lose, you win, I don't win.
I mean, anything but a win for the United's horrible. Because Raith Rovers away from home here would certainly be happy with a point with their game in hand.
Why, yeah?
So I think that Dundee United need to win this.
But Dundee United are shite. At
the bare minimum, Dundee United need to avoid defeat. If Dundee United lose this and Raith Rovers win their game in hand, you're talking, 4 points with 5 games to go?
Yeah, that's a lot of points to make up.
It is a lot of points. I'm going to go 1-1, actually.
1-1, right. Greenock Morton, Queen's Park.
Another team bottling it here. A team that could have had the playoffs wrapped up if they weren't just so shite in front of goal for some reason lately. Can they find their goal-scoring boots for the sake of the promotion playoffs and for the sake of Chris Morton's TV?
Or will the spiders wrap them up in a web?
I could do that, actually. Anyway, I'm going to go with Greenock Morton to... Well, Queen's Park's in pretty good form. I'll go 2-1. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. To who, though? I'm going to go 2-1, Queen's Park.
I will. Take a seat, Chris, because guess what? Your team's getting scudded. 2-0, Queen's Park.
And finally, Partick Thistle, Inverness, Caledonian Thistle, Battle of the Thistles. Inverness trying to avoid that 9th spot. Partick Thistle, I think I've done enough now to get 3rd, so I believe that Partick will win this game. I know that Butcher's coming under a bit of pressure. Or Ferguson even. Not Terry Butcher. Duncan Ferguson.
Terry Butcher, come on.
He hasn't managed Inverness in like decades. So yeah, I'm going to go with Partick Thistle to win, and I think the pressure's definitely getting on Big Dunk.
Well, at least if Big Dunk goes, Blair McAnally will put out a good wee GoFundMe for him, won't he?
Will he?
Aye, well, come on.
Why would he do that?
It's a wee virtue signal, that's why.
Why does Big Dunk need the money?
I don't know if Big Dunk needs the money, but Blair McAnally supports Partick Thistle.
If you want to put out a fund,
he leeches onto everything.
If you want to put out a fundraiser, put one on for Fog Fitba, right?
Aye.
We'll accept it.
We'll accept it, Blair, come on.
We're fun, and
the war's won, big man.
You can raise us, jump in, right? Is that it? We're going to move into the Big Boys League?
Aye, the Big Boys League, where 2 of the 12 teams are dead, according to you. So, let's who are they, though?
Well, we'll keep the mystery alive for now, but the big news, I think, is that...
Livingston are shite.
Nah, that was a small news.
Small club.
I wouldn't even say it's news, to be honest. We already knew it. Celtic have avoided getting a 2-match ban for their manager, Brendan Rodgers. He'll get a 1-match ban this week against Livingston, but the second one that he should have got is actually going to be suspended, which makes him available for the Rangers game. Thoughts on that?
I don't give a fuck, right? You know why? Because Rangers have got to go in and do a job. I don't care where Rodgers is, right? He could be on the moon. He could be in aisle 5 in Tesco.
But surely you want Rangers to win the title without people saying at the end of the season, well, if Rodgers wasn't banned for that game, you wouldn't. No,
I couldn't give her that source.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't want to beat them for excuses, no?
What's the excuse? Big nose fucking Brendan's nostrils weren't on the touchline. Well done.
Based on how they're playing, they might actually play better if he wasn't on the touchline.
They might.
Do you think his nostrils are they're sucking in the ball? It's like the airflow, you know. He's just he's breathing the ball in, and that's why it's just stuck in the midfield pish.
No, but is that a good enough excuse? I'm not buying. Are you
telling me that if Celtic?
Of course they would.
Are you saying if they lost at Ibrox, they wouldn't be saying, "Oh, it's a joke. Brendan Rodgers shouldn't have been banned for giving his opinion on shite refs." Of course, that would be a factor.
Yeah, but you all know. I don't get right why it's been rescinded or suspended. I don't understand that. But
well, I do, because they didn't have the balls to fucking ban him for the big Old Firm game. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's a rhetorical question.
If the second game wasn't against Rangers, he'd have been banned for 2 matches, and there was no ifs or buts about it.
So what you're saying is Celtic are receiving preferential treatment from the SFA?
Aye, the Masons that apparently run them.
Aye.
Do you think that's good that Celtic are?
No, I was reading something else, sir. It was alright, but I mean, in terms of this, it's nothing. No, but Celtic fans are delusional. They think there's a they think there's a cartel, and it's Rangers.
I don't get that. See if the league was so biased towards one side, that one side would win the league every year.
Who's that side?
Hold on a second there.
Hold on, wait a minute.
See if the league was so biased, you wouldn't have a chance. There wouldn't be a league title fight. If one team was getting so much beneficial decisions, they'd be way clear. They'd be loads of shite.
I know.
Anyway, look, it doesn't make sense. Why both Celtic Rangers got fucking way more penalties than anyone else? Look at the penalty charts. How much they get and the lack that they concede, and the SFA and Scottish football supposedly only benefiting one of them. Doesn't make any that.
Calls me a tag, ma.
You can't make that. You can't even make that. Can't even make that argument make sense. But anyway, right. Hearts are in 3rd. I think they've gone off the boil lately. Ever since that 5-0 defeat to Rangers, they've been just mediocre, really. And
well, they need to just rip the badge off, don't they?
It's all about the badge. Any thoughts on that?
Pathetic.
Right. Hearts playing Kilmarnock this week. Is 3rd place up for grabs if Kilmarnock win, or is it just not happening?
Even if they win, though.
So you say 8 points, no happening?
No.
keep in mind Kilmarnock would play Hearts again in the split,
No.
possibly running it down to 5.
No.
I would favour Kilmarnock to get results against the Old Firm more than I would Hearts.
No.
No?
No.
Alright, okay, alright. What have you got against Derek McInnes?
I've got nothing against them, but I just don't really see why Hearts would bottle it.
Because their form
They've
hasn't
got
been
Lawrence
great lately.
Shankland, alright.
Goal difference is only +9.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, but would you not have thought because their own Hearts were on, they'd have a far superior goal difference to
Yeah, but
Kilmarnock?
they haven't been winning by loads. It's always like 1-0 or 2-1.
Maybe they'll start losing by not
Right,
loads.
fair enough. Right, let's move down the table. Hibs, pish. I'm not going to
Can
pretend.
Dundee do it? Are Dundee still in this? They've got that game.
Of course they are.
Are Dundee sitting here thinking that's a good thing, or are they sitting here thinking, you know what, we'd just rather know how many points we had
I
against
know,
Rangers?
but their game is against Rangers, so...
But what do you think of that being slotted in between match day 32 and 33? Does that benefit Dundee? Does it disadvantage Dundee? Can Dundee look at that as like a shot to nothing because they're not expected to get anything? Will Hibs be looking at it and basically giving Dundee no points for that game? Or Hibs going to be looking at it thinking, fuck, I really hope they don't pick up points? Like, how's it working?
I don't know how it's working, but... I mean,
Because I think Rangers, from a Rangers perspective, they'll be thinking, add 3 points onto our 70.
True, 73, but... Again, like the Rodgers thing,
But also,
Rangers are expected to win.
depending on how the next couple of weeks go, Dundee could go into that Rangers game already qualify, or Dundee could go into that already getting top 6.
No, they could be. But
Another thing is, Dundee could go into that game knowing the result Dundee could go into that Rangers game knowing that they maybe only need a draw to get themselves in front of Hibernian
But
going
see,
into match day 33.
Hibs are just lucky, right, that Aberdeen are way worse than them, or else they'd be getting called out. Nick Montgomery's had a pish season. Let's not spin it.
Do you? No, I agree with that. But would you agree that it would have been? There's no possible way that Dundee Rangers game could be played after match day 33.
Probably not, because how would it work with the split? The split just
Well,
doesn't-
obviously played before match day 34. But my point is, do you think it would be so unfair for that game to be played after match day 33? Because that way Dundee would know exactly what they need.
Well, you know what?
Because they were trying. They were saying
Fuck
that
Dundee, whether it's unfair or fair on them,
No,
because
but
it's
they
their
were-
fault. They're
they-
pishy pitch.
they were saying that the fixtures wouldn't have been as congested if they'd done that. Apparently, there's a bigger gap in between match day 33 and 34.
Well, that's Dundee's problem.
I think because of the cup. Is it the cup?
Must be the cup, aye.
So, I suppose Rangers couldn't have played that, but I mean, Dundee would have had more time off. But anyway, it would have avoided Rangers playing 3 games in 10 days with one of those games. It's back to, I mean, it's in the middle of Hibs and Celtic, so. Or in the middle between Celtic and Ross County, is it? But that's not, Rangers, their next 4 games have got, this week, St Johnstone, is it?
No Hibs.
Alright, it's Hibs, and then next week it's Celtic, and then it's 2 away trips to Dundee and Ross County. That's a lot. That's tough. It's like 2 big travelling
It's
away
tough
games.
enough, but here, Dundee and Hibs both play Rangers soon, so cancels one out, doesn't it?
I suppose so. And at the bottom of the table, Livingston, what do they need this weekend?
A miracle.
Well, there you go.
Remark special, but let's talk about it. Let's look at it. We've got the relegation almighty scrap, Aberdeen against Ross County playoff on the line. And I'm going to go with Ross County to win. I think Aberdeen are sinking. They're lucky by that wee Motherwell result, I'll tell you that.
You don't think they'll improve now that
No.
things at the door, no? I thought they were very fortunate to beat Motherwell. Didn't deserve it, in my opinion. Ross County have been doing really good under Don Cowie. I'm not a big fan of giving the interim manager the job, but for me, I think Don Cowie has done such a good job that he deserves a chance. If it was a bigger club, I would say no. But I think for Ross County, no disrespect to them, I think Don Cowie's done enough with his time in charge of the interim position to actually get officially made the Ross County manager. So if I was Ross County, I think that Cowie deserves that opportunity, and I would be appointing him the manager. I'd have probably already done it to, reward him. And although maybe by not doing it, you're motivating him to try and keep Ross County up, and that's like the carrot that you're dangling maybe at the end of the season as a reward. Depends on how you look at it. But I think Don Cowie should be the new Ross County manager.
I'm going to go 1-0 Ross County.
Well, do you agree with Don Cowie there?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job.
It's almost like you glossed over that as if Ross County are a Diddy team and you're not interested.
Well, that's pretty much what it is. But see, with Ross County, I think they've just got to accept that staying in the league each year is as good as it's going to get.
So they can't try and get into the top 6. It's not happening for them.
Well, I mean, they did it last year, didn't they? Ross County finished 6th. The last season, the season before. Yeah. But you're talking about top 6. I think there's no reason why they can't get in the top 6 on occasion, but it's not going to be a regular theme.
Well, I think the only teams that should be getting into the top 6 in a regular theme are Hearts, Hibs, and Aberdeen.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has got that right season in, season out. Now, yes, with the right squad of players and the right manager, for, let's say, Kilmarnock, I think that as long as Derek McKinn stays there, I think Kilmarnock are a good bet every season for top 6.
Oh, aye. Absolutely.
But when Derek McKinn moves on, I wouldn't expect Kilmarnock to be one of those yo-yo clubs that maybe one season they can sneak into top 6, but then on another season they'll finish like towards the bottom. So depends really. I'm going to go 1-1 Aberdeen County.
Yeah, I've already went 1-0 County. So Hearts against Kelly, big title fight for the best of the rest here.
I'm also going to go 1-1. I think Hearts have went off the boil. Kelly's last game I've seen them play, they were pretty phenomenal. Definitely the best half I think we've seen of Scottish football this season, coming for 2 goals down against a decent St Mirren side to win 5-2 in the end.
Yeah,
five goals scored in 17 minutes? You can't really knock that.
You can't. Shankland, though, scored hee-haw for Scotland. Unlucky, I guess.
No, but out of all the strikers, he came closest.
He did. There's not one player, man, who can hold their head up. Well, apart from Gilmore.
I actually think Shankland was alright over. I don't think he done that bad. See if Shankland scored against Holland, man, we'd be sitting here going, Shankland is really good. Steve Clark's an idiot for only giving him 20 minutes in the last game.
He's a fucking fud, Steve
I don't
Clark.
think it's right to say that Shankland failed just because his shot against Holland hit the bar and went over.
No, I
think he done
impressed enough.
Aye. Even though he can't hold his head high. Anyway, I'm going to go 1-1. Thoughts? Who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm going to go
Let's go.
1-0 Kelly.
Boom. Right, next game, Motherwell versus St Mirren. Can the Paisley Bears fight back?
No, I'm going to go 0-0.
Is it the Paisley Pandas?
Aye. Bears, where are you getting that from?
The Pandas. Pandas and...
Bears, pears...
I don't think the weather's cold enough in Paisley for pandas, is it? You don't need snow.
I don't know what pandas need. They don't need, like, bamboo sticks to eat or something?
They eat red meat.
Pandas eat red meat.
They're not.
Fuck no, man. They eat, like, bamboo sticks.
So you don't think pandas eat meat?
I'm not saying they don't eat meat, but they don't, like, it's not a necessity for them. Like, that's bears. Unless it's the bears that only like berries.
Maybe I'm thinking of
right, there's too much bear talk going on here.
Alright, speaking of bears, we've got the Teddy Bears up next, but we need to give our result here for Motherwell St Mirren. I'm gonna go 2-1 St Mirren.
Done enough. Right, Rangers Hibs, 3-0 Rangers, need to win, must win. Good night.
I will go 2-1 Rangers.
Hibs are just shite against the Old Firm.
Remember back in the day when they used to give them a game?
Well, actually, against Celtic this season, I think they've been alright, but against Rangers...
they've got a draw and they were really robbed there. A result.
Yep, the expansive play just doesn't suit Hibs against Rangers, so I'm going to go 3-0.
Up next, we have Dundee versus St Johnstone. Dundee have a real chance, so I was looking at the fixtures there. Dundee's last 4 fixtures going into the split are St Johnstone, Motherwell, Aberdeen, and Rangers. You take out Rangers, and I think that's 3 winnable fixtures for Dundee.
Yep.
So I think they've got a decent chance.
Dundee win here, Rangers win here, and your game behind is cancelled out. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's almost like we don't need to win it.
No.
So I mean, Dundee really can do themselves a favour here. I'm going to go with. I think St Johnstone's been off the boil lately, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm going to go 1-1. Don't see Dundee really pulling that trigger.
I'm going to go 1-0 Dundee. Why not?
Oh, someone could argue the trigger's already been pulled here.
We'll have to wait and see, guys. Saturday will be crazy. But what about Sunday?
Sunday's going to be fucking boring as fuck. I think it's all about how long Livy can hold it. It's weird.
No, I think Livy this is a must win. If they lose this, they are officially down.
Must win.
No, they need to win. If they lose this, they're down. Yes or no? I think this is Judgment Day 2. Terminator.
Well, there's 10 points off.
They will not be back, by the way.
It doesn't look like it.
Skynet, PreMarknet, BrendaNet, it's coming. It's Judgment Day. It's good night.
Aye, I'm going to.
Davy Martindale is going to hang on to that chain at the Tony Macaroni and lower himself into the fucking plastic lava. It's going to be good night.
Oh God, I'm going to go 2-0 Celtic.
John Noble, Sarah Connor, John Noble.
I didn't know he was French.
Noble does what Noble does. Oui, right, I'm going Celtic to win, sadly. I mean, at least the weekend sets up for Rangers taking the title, the league top spot back, and then Celtic want to reclaim it in the Sunday.
It will be reclaimed. I just don't really see how Livingston do anything like that.
That's a title fight for you guys, but I'm going to go Celtic to win 2-0. I think they're not going to win by lots, but Livy are shite. That's what's going to happen.
Livy are pretty shite. You went 2-0. I'm going 2-0. That's it, guys, for your preview show. A little bit longer than usual, but we're missing the club Fitba, so we wanted to talk about it. We have talked about it, and we'll talk about it a hell of a lot more over the next few days. So, yeah, that's it. Hopefully we get some more news tomorrow regarding the clubs and just general shit like that. Aberdeen manager appointment. If there's any news, we'll give you an update on that. If any of these clubs come out with more pathetic statements, we'll also update you on that. But I'm sick of reading statements. I want to see the football on the pitch, and hopefully we get a good weekend's action of it. Anyway, that's it, guys. We'll catch you next time. Till then, peace.
Oh, yeah.